Oh.
Make way for the king!
We have no lives for the king.
Wait a minute. This is the kingdom of perfection. The happiest kingdom on earth. Why are there no smiling faces?
The king is on his throne. Let those having business come before him. I am afraid that the news is not good, Your Majesty. Send in the prisoners!
Children, when I am on the throne, you call me Your Majesty.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Can anyone tell me why my grandchildren are being held prisoners?
They have broken the laws of the kingdom, Your Majesty.
Children, what do you have to say about this?
It's not a big deal, Grandpa. I mean, Your Majesty. Yeah, Grandpa, what's all the fuss about?
We shall see. Read the charges.
The Princess Haley is charged with cheating on her test at school.
That sounds pretty serious to me. Would you care to explain?
Well, it was just a weekly quiz.
Who is the accuser?
This is Mrs. Tree, our granddaughter's teacher.
Mrs. Twig, is this true?
Well, she was taking a test the other day, and I saw her look at her neighbor's test for an answer. When I looked at the tests, they both had the same wrong answer.
Everybody. Ooh.
That's cheating. Cheating is not allowed in the perfect kingdom. Princess, what do you have to say for yourself?
I forgot to study for the test, and I didn't want to admit it to anybody, so I cheated.
This kind of selfishness has no place in the kingdom of perfection. Read the charge against my granddaughter.
The Princess Michaela is charged with greed and disobedience.
Everybody.
She makes it sound like something really serious. It isn't like a plan from the door or anything. I tell the professor over a few cookies, Grandpa. I mean, Your Majesty.
Who is the accuser here?
Both the royal cook and I are the accusers in this case, Your Majesty.
Please explain.
The royal cook had just made some batch of cookies, and the princess had already eaten some of them before I told her not to eat any more because it would spoil her dinner.
Ooh.
But she ate more anyway?
Yes, Your Majesty. When she thought I wasn't watching, she ate 2 more cookies and put a handful of cookies in her pocket.
Children, do you know the name of this kingdom?
Perfection. Perfection.
That's right. The name of this kingdom is perfection. The reason people move to this kingdom when they could live anywhere else in the world is because it is the happiest kingdom on earth. The reason this kingdom is happy is because everything here is perfect. People in the kingdom are kind and generous with one another. If they were not, this would not be the kingdom, the perfect kingdom, and no one would want to live here. I can't let you get away with being selfish in a perfect kingdom.
It was just a stupid test, Grandpa. Your Majesty.
Children, even the slightest hint of selfishness creates unhappiness. And in order to ensure that this kingdom remains a happy place to live, we can't allow any selfishness, no matter how small it seems. What is the penalty for this kind of selfishness?
The law calls for the selfish people to be banished from the kingdom forever, Your Majesty.
Banished from the kingdom?
That's the way the law reads, Your Majesty. The wording is very clear.
You mean expel them? Kick them out?
Yes, Your Majesty.
This won't do. This won't do at all. These children are the heirs to my throne. They will rule this kingdom someday.
There may be a way out of this predicament, Your Majesty.
Oh? How so?
The Bible says folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive him far from it.
You mean a spanking for the princesses?
That was the solution in ancient times, Your Majesty. That way the price was paid for selfishness, so perfection and happiness could be maintained in the kingdom of perfection.
Very well. I hereby pass sentence on my selfish children.
Grandpa, no. Come on, Grandpa.
Are you sure this is what you want to do, Your Majesty?
I have only two choices. Either the children must be banished from the kingdom of perfection forever for their selfishness, or they must be severely punished. I don't see any other way to maintain the perfection and happiness of the kingdom. Do you?
I suppose not, Your Majesty.
My queen?
As painful as it is to see my grandchildren punished, I don't see any other way.
Well then, penalty for selfishness and spanking is and the penalty will be carried out immediately. On me.
Ooh.
Did you say that you would take the punishment, Your Majesty?
That's right. I will step down from my throne and take the punishment for my children so they may remain in the kingdom of perfection.
I'm sorry,